Better Mornings Atlanta at 5 a.m. starts right now.
And a good Tuesday morning to you. Glad you are with us today. I'm Mike Brooks. It's right here in the box, 1 kilometer square area of abandoned old buildings where Valley Marines, like those walking right next to me, are learning what it's like to fight in Iraq. Right now we're inside of the house. We have 3 Marines who are injured, all of them holding orange cards with their injuries listed so that the soldiers know how to treat their buddies.
New details are emerging about the suspect in the failed jetliner bombing on Christmas Day. Now Republicans are pointing fingers. CBS Atlanta's Joel Brown reports. At noon, Northside Church employees arrived at work this morning to find a very unsettling sight. Take a look at this. Someone broke in and stole the church's safe. Morning police are desperately searching for a man they believe tried to buy a 5-year-old boy online. Come back and take a look at this guy. This is the guy police are looking for, 56-year-old Patrick Molesty. New developments in the nasty battle over health care reform. President Obama will sign the landmark overhaul bill into law this morning. Watch where you click online today. The Norton Antivirus Company just released its list of the riskiest cities for online crime. And Atlanta ranked 6th most dangerous. Police in Milledgeville will have some tough questions for Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger this week. They're investigating sexual assault charges. A 20-year-old college student says that Roethlisberger assaulted her at a nightclub early Friday morning. We begin with some breaking news in DeKalb County. SWAT teams are outside of a home on Casa Drive and Mill Avenue in Clarkston. CBS Atlanta Sky Eye flew over the scene as agents approached the home. You can see right there. Police say it all started when they tried to serve a warrant at the home this morning.
New today at 4. Imagine you go to the sink, you turn on your tap, and nothing.
Yeah, well, fortunately, the state of Georgia has a game plan to make sure that it just doesn't happen. The governor's water task force today outlined a plan to keep our water flowing. Let's talk about it. CBS Atlanta's Renee Starzik has more on what the plan means to you. It's nice outside as long as you're inside. Yeah, it's kind of chilly out there. Let's go ahead and check it out. Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez is in the Storm Tracker Weather Center with more on this. Jennifer.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Could you imagine the presents under their Christmas tree?
Oh my
just
gosh, you just have to have a room dedicated.
I bet they do. They probably do. All right, I'll tell you what, it was cold when I came in at 3 a.m.
Yes.
and it was cold when I came back at 3 p.m.
I know, not much change out there today, Dagmar.
Oh, that's right, Mike. You're going to have to bring your mittens and your scarves no matter what time you head into work over the next 24 hours.
Hey, let me show everybody what's on our website because we have some great stories this morning and then some video that you're not even going to believe. It's a nanny cam. Let me get through the news, though, first. Now that Clayton County has shut down C-Tran, go to the website, look under Metro Atlanta News. You're going to find this story right here. Lots of people are wondering how they're going to be getting to work these days.
Started only 2 years ago as a way for bands to communicate, MySpace is now growing exponentially. It's so popular, Rupert Murdoch bought MySpace for $500 million. Here's a look at how MySpace has taken the Valley by storm, bringing with it all kinds of trouble.
For Valley kids, there's nothing hotter than MySpace. Ask any of them and they'll tell you.
I go home from school and the first thing I do is check my MySpace.
So hot, in fact, the 2-year-old website gets more hits than Google. So hot, I had to check it out with the Action 4 News Our Generation reporters. Student journalists who generate stories about high school you see on Action 4 News.
It's like the phone number is becoming prehistoric now. Nobody's giving out phone numbers. It's like, I want your MySpace.
It's so popular, high schools in Rio Grande City, McAllen, La Jolla, and Harlingen have banned MySpace from school computers.
But we found ways to get around it with using proxies and stuff. And then they started to ban proxies, so now there's no way.
But then these teens defend MySpace, saying the reason about 180,000 people around the world sign up each and every day is to keep in touch with friends and listen to music. You can find it on almost every MySpace profile, along with personal information, blogs, and pictures.
For complete access into a MySpace account, you have to sign up. So that's what I did. A few quick keystrokes, and I'm in.
Okay, now that I am officially a MySpace.com member, take a look at the pictures Valley kids are putting on their websites.
Girls first with their dazzling smiles, wedding pictures, and pink poodles. For the boys, there's money, cars and trucks, San Juan football, and some guy who lives in a trailer down by the river. But that's not all. There's another side to MySpace, a dark side filled with cleavage and close-ups, submission, disturbing pictures, and guns. Then there's the sex.
You're so sexy.
Page after page of revealing photos taken with camera phones pointed at mirrors. Skin is in on MySpace.
It's very easy access for pedophiles to go on there, click on a picture, or they see somebody they're interested in and start a communication with them. That's the bad part.
Joe Rodriguez is a specially trained investigator with the McAllen Police Department Internet Crimes Unit. He sees 2 or 3 pedophile cases a month. He knows about MySpace and he's worried.
A lot more the pedophile type of cases, solicitation of a minor, child pornography. We've been seeing more and more.
You don't have to go too far to see how dangerous predators can be. This man was arrested near Houston for sending a sexually explicit email and having sex with a 14-year-old girl. 1 week later, League City Police arrested 26-year-old Jeffrey Peters, who admitted to having sex with a teen he met on MySpace. And these aren't isolated cases. The Center for Missing and Exploited Children reports more than 1,200 cases of adults using the internet to hunt for children in 2005, and it hasn't stopped in 2006.
Do you know of anybody who has received kind of strange emails?
Myself. I mean, you put yourself out there, you have this profile, you have pictures of yourself, it says what high school you go to, and yeah, I've gotten strange messages from people who say, I think you're really pretty, I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah.
We decided to test the waters, so to speak. So with the help of our promotions producer, Erica, we came up with a profile. It's of a young girl named Michelle who's about to turn 15. Guess what? It didn't take long for older men to come knocking.
All right, so what happens to Michelle? Does an older man try to arrange a face-to-face meeting with a 14-year-old girl? And do Valley teens listen to parents when it comes to MySpace? Listen to this.
So my parents do know what happens on MySpace and they frown upon it. They ask me so many times to stop going on MySpace, but I go it anyways.
Well, tomorrow night, find out why MySpace is so appealing to teenagers and what they're looking for when they log on. Is it friendship, pen pals, or is it sex? Also discover how MySpace is responding. That's all tomorrow night at 10 as Action 4 News continues our investigation into the lure of MySpace.